Mr. James Harthouse passed a whole night and a day in a state of so much hurry that the world, with its best glass in his eye, would scarcely have recognised him during that insane interval as the brother Jem of the honourable and jocular member. He was positively agitated. He several times spoke with an emphasis similar to the vulgar manner. He went in and went out in an unaccountable way, like a man without an object. He rode like a highwayman. In a word, he was so horribly bored by existing circumstances that he forgot to go in for boredom in the manner prescribed by the authorities. Your pretty ladies around the world got a weird thing to show you, so tell all the boys and girls. Tell your brother, your sister, and your mama too. We're about to go down and you know just what to do. Wave your hands in the air like you don't care. Glide by the people as they start to look and stare. Do your dance, do your dance, do your dance quick, mama. Come on, baby, tell me what's the word. After putting his horse at Coketown through the storm, as if it were a leap, he waited up all night, from time to time, ringing his bell with the greatest fury, charging the porter who kept watch with delinquency in withholding letters or messages that could not fail to have been entrusted to him, and demanding restitution on the spot. The dawn coming, the morning coming, and the day coming, and neither message nor letter coming with either, he went down to the country house. There the report was, Mr. Bounderby away, and Mrs. Bounderby in town. Left for town suddenly last evening, not even known to be gone until receipt of message, importing that her return was not to be expected for the present. Word up, everybody says. When you hear the call, you've got to get it under way. Word up, it's the code word. No matter where you say it, you know that you'll be heard. In these circumstances, he had nothing for it but to follow her to town. He went to the house in town. Mrs. Bounderby not there. He looked in at the bank. Mr. Bounderby away, and Miss Sparsit away. Mrs. Sparsit away? Who could have been reduced to sudden extremity for the company of that griffin? Now all you sucker DJs who think you're fly, there's got to be a reason, and we know the reason why. Why you put on those airs and you act real cool. Got to realise that you're acting like fools. If there's music we can use it, you're free to dance. We don't have the time for psychological romance. No romance, no romance, no romance for me, mama. Come on, baby, tell me what's the word. Well, I don't know, said Tom, who had his own reasons for being uneasy about it. She was off somewhere at daybreak this morning. She's always full of mystery. I hate her. So I do that white chap. He's always got his blinking eye upon a fellow. Word up, everybody says. When you hear the call, you've got to get it under way. Where were you last night, Tom? Where was I last night, said Tom. Come, I like that. I was waiting for you, Mr. Harthouse, till it came down as I never saw it come down before. Where was I too? Where were you, you mean? Dial L for love, dial L for love, dial L for love. Word up, word up, word up, word up. I was prevented from coming, detained. Detained, murmured Tom. 2 of us were detained. I was detained looking at you, till I lost every train but the mail. It would have been a pleasant job to go down by that on such a night, and have to walk home through a pond. I was obliged to sleep in town after all. Yeah, you sucker DJs who think you're fly. There's got to be a reason, and you know the reason why. Why you put on those airs and you act real cool. Got to realise that you're acting like fools. Give us music we can use it. Yes, we can dance. We don't have no time for psychological romance. No romance, no romance. No romance for me, mama. Come on, baby, tell me what's the word. Detained, murmured Tom. 2 of us were detained. Where? Where? Why, in my own bed at Bounderby's. Did you see your sister? How the deuce, returned Tom, staring, could I see my sister when she was 15 miles off? Word up, everybody says. When you hear the call, you've got to get it under way. Word up, it's the code word. No matter where you say it, you know that you'll be heard. Cursing these quick retorts of the young gentleman to whom he was so true a friend, Mr. Harthouse disembarrassed himself of that interview with the smallest conceivable amount of ceremony, and debated for the 100th time what all this could mean. He made only one thing clear. It was, that whether she was in town or out of town, whether he had been premature with her, who was so hard to comprehend, or she had lost courage, or they were discovered, or some mischance or mistake, at present incomprehensible, had occurred, he must remain to confront his fortune, whatever it was. The hotel where he was known to live was condemned to that region of blackness, was the state to which he was tied, as all the rest. What will be, will be. Word up, everybody says. When you hear the call, you've got to get it underway. Word up, it's the code word. No matter where you say it, you know that you'll be heard. W-O-R-D, up. W-O-R-D, up. W-O-R-D, up. W-O-R-D, up. So whether I am waiting for a hostile message, or an assignation, or a penitent remonstrance, or an impromptu wrestle with my friend Bounderby in the Lancashire manner, which would seem as likely as anything else in the present state of affairs, I'll dine, said Mr. James Harthouse. Bounderby has the advantage in point of weight, and if anything of a British nature is to come between us, it may be as well in training. Word up, everybody says. When you hear the call, you've got to get it underway. Word up, it's the code word. No matter where you say it, you know that you'll be heard.